All right, TD, welcome to the Live Large podcast.
Hello.
Introduce yourself to all the listeners right now.
I'm Thomas Davis. People call me TD Smash. My real name's Thomas Davis. I am a super heavyweight, as you probably can tell, powerlifter. I squat a little bit, bench a little bit, and deadlift a little bit. So, nothing too crazy yet.
Now, most importantly, where the fuck have you been, dude? Run us
Recovering.
You just keep like stringing injuries together instead of world records. So what the fuck you been up to these last couple of years, man?
Well, like it's crazy. Well, I didn't even know that the patellar was actually torn until I talked to that doctor after the showdown meet. He's like, yeah, and I told him when I first had that initial pop and it kept swelling up. And that was a year before that. So I had been squatting and powerlifting with a torn patellar for a while. It wasn't completely ruptured, but it was like partially torn.
But you squatted well over 800 pounds multiple times with a torn patella.
I counted, it was like 7 or 8 times I squatted because there's one set I did a double 800. So like, it was like crazy. I'm pretty much squatting on one leg kind of in a way, but it's just like, man, like I didn't know it was torn. And then obviously when I had surgery and I was coming back, I was focusing on bench and doing my usual set that I've done before, trying to Larson press 600 with the Buffalo bar, my pec just gave out, man, just popped on me. So, I mean, I'm back with that too. So I'm back in the 300s, I'm back in, obviously in the 600s in both deadlift and a squat now. So I plan on competing probably in like April.
See, I got to come bench with you right now while I can hang.
While you can hang.
Another month or so, I got no fucking chance in hell. But,
right.
So plans the spring, come back, do something cool, or you're gonna ease your way back in, just do something, just get the blood flowing again, and then kind of push from there.
I think honestly, how I'm feeling right now, I don't think I'll be benching 7 by spring. I'll probably be like mid-6s if I want to be more realistic, and that's fine with me because I'm working on my squat up. I've changed my squat up a little bit. Deadlift, I'm doing the same thing. I'm just doing a little bit more of like, the technical cues.
Same.
Just trying to yank it.
Just stiff legging, 900 pounds up, and you're like a dickhead.
Hey, you know what it is, man. That's what I do. But I mean, that's my plan. Hopefully come back by April. And if I'm not ready, whatever. I'm gonna wait. But when I come back, my goal is to beat my last total. So what my last total was 2375. I went 5 for 9, and my goal is to get in that 24 like I've been telling myself. So I think I'm gonna do it.
Well, I mean, that was you were building up towards, it's like, all right, you're a bench guy forever. It's like, all right, and then you're like you started kind of pushing, all right, now I'm gonna chase total, kind of put bench aside, chase the total while still, kind of keeping up with bench. And it's like your injuries are almost now kind of like forcing you into that. It's like, oh, now you're going to have to focus on total. It's like, if your bench isn't going to be over 7, then it's like, all right, we'll push everything up as far as it can go. And, it just kind of settled you back right where you kind of were in the first place instead of trying to chase Julius's dumbass.
Right. Yeah. I'm not trying to chase him right now. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, regardless of what anybody thinks, I'm going to hit 7 again, like soon. Like I might be ready for it in April. Who knows? But right now I'm just taking my time. But like I said, everything right now it's finally firing back, and I feel so much better. Like my form is more technical now, and I'm not just like throwing things up. So like I've been working with my boy Les. I'm still with Josh Bryant, but right now I'm working with Les Keys, who was Perseus's coach, and he's just helping me with a lot of my rehab coming back, and I'm doing really well with that. And I mean, once I feel ready, I'm gonna have him and Josh on my corner. So like, I don't think I'm gonna be really, messing up anything anytime soon. So,
well, now I mean, all that with all the injury stuff, it's like I know you talked about it, publicly a decent amount. That's gotta be a little rough on the brain as much as the body. When it's like you're used to walking around kind of being superhuman, and it's like, oh, that's just stripped from you. It's like, all right. Your whole life, everything's built around lifting. It's like, oh, now figure out how to fill all this time,
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna tell you, like, to be honest with you, coming back physically, like, whatever. But mentally, for me, that's been my thing. Like, you've seen probably recently, I've been having people spot me when I have, 600 pounds on the squat. I'm just so nervous that something's gonna tweak and I'm gonna go somewhere and like do something. But like when I squatted, it's like nothing, like RPE 2. Like I don't feel nothing. Like I feel like my strength's coming back, but it's a mental thing for me. Like I sometimes psych myself out. Even when I bench too, like I'm super nervous now. Like just with 315, like I'm nervous to move it, but it's moving like it was before. So for me, just getting back to being mentally strong is my biggest obstacle. Like sitting here watching all these meets, watching John Hack do his thing, and Chad and Joe. It's just like, bro, I should be there. Like I should be doing these meets with these guys. And it was getting pretty depressing. It was really, excuse my language, pissing me off. Like I'm not out there doing what I'm supposed to do. But I think it was good for me to see that because now I'm even more hungry to come back. Like, and I'm really even more obsessed about it too. So it's gonna be quite something when I come back, bro.
Do you think though, after going through those injuries and obviously working with doctors, do you think your approach to this new beginning is going to be different?
Yeah, I think so, man.
Kind of being more careful with your approaches and
yep.
Because I remember, I think there was 2 meets we were at, definitely the Showdown. I mean, you were popping pain pills or something in the back room because you're just trying to fight through your knee pain. And
yeah, man,
you collapsed at the ball brawl. You were sucking on mustard all morning. I mean, you were in a rough spot for a minute just trying to get that 700 bench.
It was, man. It was bad, but I mean, like now with everything, like you said, like with everything going on, like I really will see things differently. And I'm already seeing it now. Like I'm just really taking my time. And I'm not trying to rush things, and I'm not, just trying to rely on just my strength. Now it's really just like the technique plus the strength, because my technique was kind of boo-boo on a few things. And I know that. Like when I squat, I just drop, When I bench, I'm just like boom, boom, pulling, same thing, stiff leg and everything. So it's like if I can really work on the technical things and still be as explosive as I was, which I feel really good about that, I got a dumb total coming. I just know it.
No, I mean, you were moving everything before just because you're just strong as fuck. Like it just is without just all dummy strength for everything. It's like, all right, well, cool. It's like, which is, probably had something to do with why you got hurt, right?
Yeah, and that's probably a big reason why.
Yeah, so now clean it up. But
do you feel like you ever got in that category of kind of like Instagram lifting where there was that trend where Larry Wheels was doing stuff and Julius is doing crazy stuff? Do you feel like you had to kind of keep up with that?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel like a lot of people have to in a way, and I kind of got carried away too. I will tell you this, like a lot of people were saying, like, why were you doing the Larson press with the 600 pounds? I've done it before. Like, it wasn't like me trying to show off or nothing like that, but I knew I was still healing from my knee. And then so I was like, I'm having issues tucking my legs back. Let's go ahead and Larson press it. I did 680 before with the Buffalo bar. Not with Larson, but I've had that much weight with that bar before. So the fact that I did it a set before and there was no problem, but my leg moved and but I see some people thinking that I might ego lift, but I just lift stupid weight. So I wouldn't call it ego lifting if that's part of my program, like if I gotta do a double with 700, I'm not gonna call that, ego lift. That's just me doing what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah. I mean, you're not picking the numbers, right? Like it's ego lifting if you're picking the numbers and doing dumb stuff. It's like, all right, Josh isn't picking numbers for your ego. He's picking numbers to make you stronger. It's
correct. So,
and I know you got shit for a while for being the bench only guy.
Mm-hmm, yeah, it's weird, man, because like now I got legs now. I mean, I don't have no butt as we know, but like my legs are more defined and stuff.
I mean, you got some small legs.
I mean, they're still small. But
it's the butt
strong.
problem.
It's hereditary, bro. Like my mom ain't got no butt, my dad didn't have no butt. Like we just flat butted. It's just like, so it's like.
I mean, genetically, you think that'd go the other direction, but
you would think so. You would think, but for me, I'm screwed, bro.
He doesn't have a BBB.
Actually, it's funny you say that. I was talking to my mom about BBLs. My mom's like almost 70 years old, and I told her what that was. She's like, baby, I think I need to give me one. I said, yeah, you probably do. We probably need to both get one. Definitely got no flex, bro.
you imagine riding on the plane like that?
Man, I don't like riding on planes anyway, so they'd have to just put me out. That's
Man, I'd
That's good.
walk around like 260 and planes are a bad time for me. I couldn't even imagine being you on a fucking plane.
bro. I get so claustrophobic, and I'm just like, but thank God for
You get
medication.
claustrophobic. Imagine the motherfucker next to you.
Usually, I look out and I don't have anybody next to me. Usually, kind of move people around and like,
I'm sure there's probably supposed to be somebody next to you, and they see their seat and they get that flight attendant like, yo, this ain't happening. Actually, you got to be somewhere.
Or like when I walk onto the plane, you know, as I'm passing rows, we hear a bunch of whew, like thank God, like he ain't sitting next to me. Like I just keep passing by, like, damn, everybody's sighing like, oh, happy.
You should fly Southwest just to fuck with people and just stress everybody. Just fake sit in every single row as you're going down the line. Just juke everybody all the way back.
Hey, I'll tell you what, people be so scared. Attendant, please.
No, this is the seat I picked. I'm sitting next to you.
Right.
So let's talk about your USAPL days.
Oh boy. The natty fatty, man. What about those days, man?
I mean, you were a natty guy till like 2 years ago.
Yeah, well,
You're still basically fucking natty. I mean, you're
technically, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're
So was there a reason?
TRT-ish.
Was there a reason for leaving the USAPL and going into, you know, other feds like the RPS, USPA?
Well, and I said this before too, man. Like, 'cause I know some people are gonna get offended by it because I was arguing with someone about, well, not arguing, we had a discussion. And we're cool about it now, but I was talking with Russ, Russell, how you say his last name? Yeah, nice guy, cool guy, whatever. But like, it was a discussion about like the reason why I left is because I dominated USAPL IPF. I won 3 world titles and I had no competition. So for me to consider myself one of the best, I have to go and beat the best, whether they're on drugs or not. Like for me, like I don't care if you're on drugs or whatever. You're a man, I'm a man, and if you know we're gonna compete, we're gonna compete. Because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh well, he only beat me because he was on drugs. Like I'm not gonna let that be an excuse because there's a lot of natty guys that beat geared guys anyway. Like we see this every day. So my thing was I've already dominated, so I'm gonna go against the best of the best. Like, and then also I didn't like some of the politics stuff that they had going on. It was just kind of weird. Like they're super cliquish, and like I'm not like that. You know, I'm cool with everybody. Like I don't like that super cliquish. Like, oh, we're gonna just favor these athletes and just promote these athletes. I'm like, I'm over here kicking everyone's butt and worlds and IPF. Like nobody's even close. Like my warm up is the second place guys max or close to it. Like, come on now, like give me my props too. But it was fine. I had a good time with it. I learned, a lot of discipline going to the IPF and USAPL. But my time was up. Like I said, I wanted to be around the best and beat the best, and that's what I'm doing.
So who's been, I guess, moving into the, untested divisions, who's been like your favorite to compete with, or like competing alongside Dan Bell? Is it people like that really?
Honestly, bro, everybody, man. I like the group that I'm with, like just the people that I'm competing with. Even just the sport in general is just looking really good right now for me. So I'm liking to see everything right now. But like as far as when it comes to me competing with people, I mean, the same guys I'm with. You got the Florida boys. All those guys are doing their thing. And who else, man? I couldn't even tell you offhand right now, but just, honestly, anybody I've shared the platform with, I've never had an issue with. I just love seeing it.
You and Craig Foster go head to head.
Why does me and Craig Foster got to go head to head? Because we're both black. That what it is?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. No,
that's my boy, man. He's close to my total now. I think he just has a massive squat.
He just squatted 1025 in sleeves, I think, or something crazy. Yeah. It's like where his squat is kind of like where your bench is, but those pulls for Craig. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I get him at, the pulls. But I mean, I want to go against all of them. Like I said, they're the best, the best. Like when I think April is the same meet as what's the Pioneer Open or whatever.
Yeah.
And I believe a lot of the super heavyweights are doing that meet. And like, I want everybody at their peak best.
I know
like,
Dan
best.
Chan
I want
and Craig
everybody.
are doing that.
Yeah, I want everybody at their best. I mean, I need that. You know, I don't care if I'm 100% or not. Like, that's what I want. I want to go against the best at their best. So
Now, when are you going to bully Julius into doing a full power meet?
that ain't gonna happen. I don't think, bro. I think that's my bro. Shout out to Julius, man. But I think he's focusing back on this 8, and we, you know, because I'm part of his little team, you know, whatever. Like, that's my brother, so like we're a team together. But I think right now, you know, after this last attempt that he had, we like looked at a couple of things and reevaluated a couple of things, and we're gonna change some things for him. And I really think he's gonna hit it this next time. I think for him, this is like he's gonna do it or not. And I really think the way he's got his mind set on it, he's gonna do it.
I mean, the only other person, you know, on the planet right now that's even, you know, within shouting distance is you once you're healthy, right? Like that's it.
Yeah.
And whatever that, maybe that guy, if he is actually benching real weights overseas, whatever.
You talking about Daniel Zamani? He hasn't benched in like 6 months, I don't think, bro. I don't know what's up with him. Like, I don't know.
He broke all his fake plates or something. I don't know, but
That's exactly what he did.
So we were talking to Dan about this, and you know, obviously you're kind of getting your second wind, if you will. We were talking to Dan about when is your like time up? When are you going to be satisfied, or will there never be a satisfaction with what you're doing? So with someone like Julius, is that 800-pound bench going to be it, or do you think he's going to go for 9? Is your comeback? Are you going to go for 2,500 or?
No, man. I really don't talk about these numbers much, but some people might think it's impossible. But I'm like, I have a Kobe mentality when it comes to this number and just like the sport period. I'm gonna squat 1,000, bench 7, pull 1,000. I mean, in sleeves.
Yeah.
And if I do what I think I can do, especially working on my squat, my pull is there. Like I'm pulling 9, just playing around. So like, if I can really get into my pull too, like learn to like not be so stiff at the bottom, like I'm gonna pull 1,000 conventional, no belt. I'm gonna squat that 1,000. If I hit that total, when I hit that total, that's when I'll retire. And then if I do it before 35,
or is it a walk away till somebody gets within breathing distance? Then you got to come back and show them who's boss.
No, bro. My goal is like I gave myself a more of an age limit, but I do want that. I do want that total. So if I don't hit it before 35, when I'm 35, I quit. Like I'm done. Like it's fine because I want to lose 150 pounds and just be a normal person. I mean, I'm still gonna be active and stuff like that, but I'm not gonna lift super heavy anymore. I'm gonna just be a healthy person because I don't want to be that dad that can't play basketball with his kid. You know, he's too lazy to get up or he's too beat up to get up. You know, I want to lose this weight so I can start working on better my joints for my later years. So that's my goal. So if I hit that 2,700 like I want, which I think I can, it's gonna take probably 3 years, which is fine. But I mean, I'm willing to do whatever it takes at this point to do it.
We'll tag Dan in this. This is the official shit talk to Dan coming at that 2606. Let's go.
Hey, look, he can take it how he wants, but I'm telling you what I've been dreaming and obsessing ever since everything happened.
No, I mean,
I know what I can do.
Dan ain't the kind of dude that's going to get salty, you know, anyone putting that out there. He's more like, all right, cool, come get it. Let's go. You know,
I want that, man.
Yeah, he wants to see that happen.
Yeah, he'll go head to head with you at the meet, right? Yeah.
Now, what's wild is, I mean, years ago, Josh Morris totaled what
2375
in sleeves, and that was unheard of. That was And you're talking
that was like 5 years ago. It was 2375 in Kentucky, and that was I think that was the first. Yeah, he was the first person I think to go 9-9 that meet.
Yep.
And then look how far the sport has gone from then.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about doing 700. That's unreal.
Yeah, man. I want to push that 7 a little bit more too when I get my pec better, because like now I've adjusted my fingers, so I'm a little bit more in. Even though with my long arms, like me being at the ring with my index finger was decent enough anyway. But with this, I'm trying to be more tricep and whatnot. So I've been really destroying my triceps and everything. So I think, I mean, I have a little bit more ways to go, but as I keep losing this body fat and whatnot, I'll have a little bit of a better arch too, and just we're gonna work on it. So
now, how do you deal with like the Instagram judges and haters when they see you benching 700 and they're talking shit about it, bouncing off your chest or sinking in your belly?
I go look at their profiles and I'm just like, like, bro, my students in this high school are bigger than you. Like, who are you to talk? Like, I mean, sometimes I'll talk some crap. It's not like I really like care, but like I like to talk crap too, man. Like, that's just me, bro. I was a football player, man. I like to talk crap. I used to talk crap on the field. If I knew who your girlfriend was, like I'm gonna say her name. Like that's all I did when I was playing football. I was bad, so I love to talk crap. Like you're not gonna do anything to me, so. But I mean, it comes and goes. Like I was telling some kids because they seen some of my stuff on my Instagram and whatnot. Like people talk crazy about you, and I'm like, dude, they talking crazy about LeBron James. He's a billionaire and one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Like, how can you hate on somebody like that? Like, dude's a nut. So
People on the internet, and that gives every dipshit a platform, whether or not they should have it.
right, exactly. Every dipshit can have a platform. I like that. That should be a quote.
That's actually Facebook's new slogan. There's every has a platform.
Facebook. I'm not tired of Facebook.
Now, how many times have you and Julius been confused for each other?
Bro, all the time. He lies to me because he's like, "Oh, people confuse me for you." I'm like, "No, bro, that's a lie. Because you're more popular than me, so don't lie to me." But are you that Maddox guy? And I'm just like, nah, gee, like I'm not.
Like, no, I'm not. But like, I also bench 700 pounds. Like,
yeah, I don't even go that far. I'm like, yeah, but I know him. Like, I'll say that shit. Like, I know the guy, but we get.
You do a pretty good impression of him too.
Huh?
You do a pretty good impression of him.
Oh, I do, bro. He hates it because he knows it's really good, and so he's like, "Oh, bro, you think?" I'm like, "Yeah, you know I'm good doing it, bro. I'm around you enough."
So,
also, butter CBD Lux.
How did the TD Julius overall gang originate? How did that start?
So he did a meet in Kentucky, and it was through a guy named Harley Timms, and no, was it Kentucky or Tennessee? One or two. And somebody shared his video of him like doing like 600 pounds at his meet. I just did a meet with Harley like a few months before, and I did like 550, I think. And he threw up that 600 pretty easy, and ever since then, like I added him on Facebook, and then we just began to talk a little bit. And he ended up coming up to the gym I was training at the time here, and we just been friends ever since. So,
I remember you guys were training at the barbell compound a few times, and you just show up in your overalls.
Yeah, when Jay Cutler was there and Brandon Henderson, and that was cool. That was something. But I mean, I was wearing overalls, bro. I just got a black pair. Well, I've always had a black pair, but I'm getting a black pair cut in the shorts, so like I'm about to look smooth.
So where does one find a size that big?
Online. Like I gotta find all my clothes online.
Was it like an 8X?
No, it goes by like it's different measurements because it goes by the pant length and like
yeah,
like size.
It's tops and bottoms in one.
Yeah,
yeah. It's weird, but like I mean, I like them. They're versatile. You can wear them with anything. Like I got my old Live Large sweatshirt that I love, the one from the Showdown. That's my favorite sweatshirt. So like I'll wear that and like I'll put my like overalls over it. Like that's fresh. Like I look good. It looks good.
As soon as you hit that 2,500 in sleeves, we'll get you an overall singlet made. So you can just do that. We'll do
that sounds good, man. Yeah. Titans got you beat, but I'll wear yours though. For sure. Definitely. They already put on a prototype of it, but I definitely wear one. You know, I gotta wear the live large. I gotta wear the live large shirt under, so gotta sport that because it makes my arms look big when I wear y'all shirts. I like that. I get a size smaller, you know.
That's the most important part. You gotta look jacked all the time.
I gotta look jacked all the time, baby. That's what I've been working on. I've been doing biceps like lately, doing bicep curls and weird stuff like that. Like I never trained biceps at all. Like,
Weird stuff
I'm
like
trying to fill my
that.
arms out.
Yeah.
Well, when I had the surgery, like this whole like my arm was just so like flabby right here because when I tore it, the blood was all like the bicep. That's why at first I'm like, did I tear my bicep at all? And then obviously we found out it was a pec, but I started trying to build this up because it was super flabby from just the blood hanging from the the skin and whatnot. So it's helped out a lot. So it's back to normal, but guns are just popping out.
Now you were talking earlier about, giving it till 35, cutting all that weight, being present for your kid and this and that. Does that fear kind of linger now with, getting injured again? And what am I going to do? If I blow up my knees, how am I going to take care of my kid? Or if I, tear another pec, what's going to happen?
If I have another big injury like that, I'll probably be done too. I'll probably let it go. Just for the simple fact that it's so hard to come back from that. And if I'm having injuries like that, then that means I need to stop.
And I'm not trying to bring up the negative and
no, it's real.
But I've thought about that too, because it's, Dan, we were talking with Dan and it was about, hey, get in, get out without the injuries. And you're rolling the dice every single time and, 25, 26, 2,700.
That's where like it is what it is though.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, cool. If you're thinking about that shit, it's like, all right, your head's already gone. Like it ain't happening. Like thinking about that and being worried about it's probably going to increase your chance of getting hurt. That much.
Because you're thinking about too much.
Like you almost have to be kind of like insane and fearless to be like, oh, put 1,000 pounds on your fucking back. Like, that's crazy. It's like you have to be a psychopath to even think about doing that. Put 900 pounds in your hands, put 700 pounds over your chest. Like, yeah, you're not wired right if you're doing that. Like, it is what it is. It's no way in hell.
It's true, man. Like that's the truth. And at the end of the day, I want it. So like whether I gotta like punch myself in the face before I do it or what, to get myself pissed off. I think about my boy, like I gotta get it done. So if I pull that off, like I think I can, that'll be huge. I don't see nobody breaking out anytime soon.
Well, now your son's getting old enough; he's gonna be able to come watch you compete soon.
Exactly.
And actually, like, be conscious of it and be aware of it. It's like even come spring, he's probably old enough to kind of be excited about it, right? So has he ever been at one of your meets?
Oh, when he was just freshly born, he came to he was at the ESPN meet when we were on ESPN, and then the last Kern that I did. So that was at 2020, I think. I did Kern. Yeah.
So he was a baby then, though.
Yeah, that's when or was it 2021?
I think it was 2020. Yeah.
Because COVID was all weird in California.
Except for that gym.
California is always weird, bro.
Yeah.
Except for CETC, no masks allowed inside that place. Don't even think about it.
Nah, we weren't about that mask life.
I think they actually said if you had your vaccine, you weren't allowed in either.
Yeah, they did say that too.
Which I also 100% got COVID while I was there. So,
to Gracie V.
Yeah, ain't all you're gonna get from her. But whoops.
Hey, I know.
And for anybody listening, that's the night we found out TD is a very extreme lightweight when it comes to drinking.
Hey, no, don't say that because wait a minute. I don't drink, and especially that meat. I didn't drink for like 12 weeks before. Like I go completely cold turkey. But when I'm in off season, like right now, I've been putting a few down. I'll put a few down.
You'll also forever have that picture from that night. Anyone that ever talks shit about you having a small ass, you got the pick.
Yeah. That was a whole moon right there, boy. That was a straight crescent. Like that was crazy.
That will be an all-time legendary picture that we should probably post on the Live Large Instagram page at some point, edited version, of course, so we don't get banned.
With your consent.
Yeah. We'll put a big smiley face or something instead.
No, put Dan Bell's face on it.
Oh yeah, perfect. No, but I don't know if we've ever actually posted that picture publicly. So
I don't think we have.
Definitely be edited and be posted at some point because it's legendary. I mean, all the people in that picture, I think even like Nick Best was in that picture.
Yeah, he was, man. Shout out to Nick, bro.
But I think Shane was there.
Brianni.
Yeah, Brianni, Joe, everybody. It was like the whole gang.
That was a good time.
Yeah.
That was a really good time. I remember that was a really good time.
So what else are you doing with life, man? What's going on with life?
Man, just taking care of my son, his mom, my mom, bro. I'm just rolling with the punches, man. Just doing that. Oh, some good news. So you guys know how I got like, some shit going on in my brain. I actually finally went to counseling for the first time last Monday because I don't want to go back on antidepressants because they really screwed me up. So I'm doing that now, so I'm not like as homicidal as I was before. So like, we're definitely rolling with the punches. So
homicidal or suicidal?
Homicidal.
Oh.
All of the above.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever. Yes.
I mean, sometimes the other one too, but definitely, I got my demons, bro. But I'm learning I'm not the only one that goes through that stuff, man. I just got a lot of trauma I got to work through, but I'm working through it, man. I'm doing okay, man. I'm really doing all right. I'm just busy as shit, man. I'll tell you. But I think that's like one of the best steps I've taken, in just being not as prideful about it, bro. Because like I've had a crazy hard life, man, and I know there's other people that have had worse. So, but I want to get better. Like
being able to actually talk about it like this. It's like, like someone hearing you say that might be enough to be like, oh fuck, like I'm not too man to do this or whatever the hell it is. It's like if he's doing it, I should probably do that too. It's not,
It's like that, bro. Like I hope that somebody listens to it and they feel the same way, like feeling homicidal, suicidal, just depressed or anxious. Go talk to somebody. I held on for a long time, and like now I'm finally getting that demon out of me, man. Because I get super anxious. Like I don't even like driving anymore, bro. Like I definitely don't like to fly, and that affects my whole career with powerlifting. So like I gotta be able to like get over these little hunches and figure out what's wrong, and and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do whatever it takes, man, and just becoming a better human being because I got a little boy that's looking up to me. So gotta do what I gotta do.
I think it's really cool that you're being transparent about actually seeing a therapist as well, because you'd be surprised. You have that conversation, you say that, and then like he's saying, it kind of opens up doors to other people, because you might open up and tell us this, and I'll tell you straight up that I see a therapist as well, and it's kind of a taboo conversation that no one wants to talk about.
Nah.
And you feel like you're the only one going through it. So it's obviously
that's true, bro. Like exactly what you say. Like nobody likes to talk about it, and me being a violent person back in my day made me a shell person. But like now, all I want to do is love. So it's like it's hard for me to like get that out without being super destructive and whatnot. So like now I've learned like, hey, I can talk about these things, like get it out and like finally be like a normal person again, or get just being as close to normal, because we all look crazy in some shape or form. Like ain't nobody perfect. I mean, that's what it is.
It's really interesting hearing you say that too, because I mean, as far as I've known you, you have you're a tough exterior. You're this big, massive guy, but you're one of the funniest guys I've ever met. You just have this giant personality. You fill up a room, and I would never think that you're this, angry, scary, destructive guy.
Oh yeah, I can be, man. And I'm not gonna claim that I used to be. And I definitely gotta get a hold of it. And I'm cool with that. I gotta be careful what I say and careful what I do. I'm doing better though. That's all. That's what I know, and I'm putting my faith back in God and just taking it one day at a time. Because I think a lot of people like look at things like that and look at the long term and they get overwhelmed. It's like, nah, man, it's just one day at a time. If you're thinking too much about the future, then you're gonna overwhelm yourself, you know.
And you work at a school too, right?
I sure do.
So do you ever feel like what you're going through, you can kind of make an impact on your students?
Yes, yes. You know, especially the kids that like to get in trouble, more want to be gangbangers here. Cause I mean, we got those here. You know, we were like an hour and a half from Chicago. So, you know, we get those kids that come from Chicago to come out here and I can relate to them. You know, I've seen the same things you've seen. I've been around the same things you've been around. You know, like you don't have to tell me, like I know what's up. I can tell what's bothering me. But you know, these kids are kind of therapy for me because I see that, you know, and it is what it is, and I love it, man. I love being able to help these kids out. I mean, some of them are knuckleheads, but so was I, you know. So it just makes it more relatable. It's cool, you know. I'm here for it.
Do you guys have a gym at your school?
We do, but I'm no offense, Elkhart Community School, but it sucks. We just merged the two high schools in the city, and so we're like a 6A. We're a big school now, so we got like 4,000 kids or something like that in our school. So we have a gym that is like super old. It's like old school. Like there's rust on all the plates. Like it looks like I've never seen racks that old. Like it's bad. Like it's back from like pumping iron days. So like they're hopefully gonna get an update real soon. And I hope to be part of that update, which I think they're gonna let me help with that. And I want to help them get some good equipment because it's pretty old. And these kids they need an outlet because like that was my outlet, you know, going to the gym, you know. So
That's where you get, you get Julius, you get a few other people, do some exhibition lifts for donations, raise a whole bunch of money and tell them they got to put your fucking name on the door of the gym. It's
they better put my face on there like this.
Would that be something you'd be interested in, like teaching an after school weightlifting program or something like that for your students?
Yeah, but my goal is eventually I want to move, man. I want to move to Texas, but I really want to go back to school and finish up my kinesiology degree. And I want to be a strength coach. Like, if you look at the salaries that strength coaches get, bro, like, so I'm done with powerlifting, that's what I want to do. I kind of want to be like Josh, but like maybe work for like a team or his college or whatever the case may be. But like I have the credentials, like I know what to do, like I know about the sport, I read about the stuff all the time, but they want you to have that piece of paper. So I had to go to school and get certified, and that and the third one. I know more than Joe Schmo that has a doctorate degree in exercise science. You know, he doesn't have the experience that I do. So that's my goal. But I would love to teach kids, man. Like this kids ask me all the time now, and I don't mind taking some time to help them out. So
gotta always pay it forward with that stuff, man. I say you
never
know.
To, man.
Like, I mean, someone got you into lifting weights at some point. It's like, all right, cool. You could show the next you, how to bench one day, whatever. It's that's the cool stuff. That's what makes it fun.
It does make it fun, and I definitely enjoy it, man. Like just the sport is just so cool, man. You guys know me. You guys been around the sport. Just seeing it evolve, man. It's nothing but knowledge. Like shout out to Ed Cohen, bro, because he drops so much knowledge to everybody, and just his knowledge alone, along with other people, man, it just made the sport that much better. Now we're so much better, and we're evolving so much, and it's a beautiful thing, man. It's just that giving tree, man. Everything it continues to give. It's that cycle. I love it. I love seeing that. So cool.
This is a hot take. Are you fuck them kids or not fuck them kids?
Depends on the day. It depends on the day. I try not to be on the fucking kids, but sometimes I'm just like, damn it. Like they'll get under your skin sometimes, but you gotta think you're dealing with high schoolers now going through the hormones, and some of them think they're tough because they got a little mustache now, or what the case may be. So
it depends on the kids.
It depends on the kid, yeah. But for the most part, I love these kids, man. Like I would die for these kids, man. Like if we ever have one of those school shooters, I'd be one of the first ones out here, bro. I don't care or nothing like that, but best believe I'm out here trying to save these kids, bro. I love these kids.
to clarify, I was referring to the Instagram kids who are entitled and think they know everything and they deserve the sport, not your students.
Oh, not my students.
It
Oh,
probably also applies to your students, though. So
Yeah, there's probably days where you leave that school like, oh, fuck them kids. But you were explaining how much the sport has given and all the knowledge and this and that. And there's
Well, the problem is that there's givers and takers.
yeah.
It's probably don't fuck the givers, do fuck the takers.
Yeah, you're right.
If you're net positive, if you're putting in more than you're taking out, cool, stick around. If not, see you later.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. A lot of people don't understand. I know one of my biggest goals too, like, because I don't really see a lot of the bigger guys doing this, and that's not like any knock at them at all. But I want to start doing more like fundraiser things, using my talent, like maybe not going super crazy, but like just doing some things like to help raise some money for some things. I know they used to do like relentless.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, fuck the school because they got a lot of money, but like I would do something for like, the homeless or like, like Boys and Girls Club, like something cool like that. I think that's more important than, like doing something for an organization that has millions and millions of dollars. Like there's a lot of people out here that don't have shit. And I mean, I'm not the richest person in the world, but if I could use my talents to get buy somebody a meal, that'd be cool. Like that's what I want to do. So I know that's one of my biggest goals coming back to is like when I have the time, do some fundraiser things.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. I think that'd be cool, man. I want to raise some money for some people, man. Because like I said, a lot of people don't have shit.
You still got to get your ass out. You got to get past the driving shit. You got to drive your ass to Ohio, come out here and eat some pizza.
Look, I can get past the driving as long as I got somebody driving me and I can take my Xanax and go to sleep in the back of the car. That'll be cool.
Julius will drive you in a heartbeat.
But he drives like no. We drove to Texas last year.
No, he's driving somewhere always.
He always has a little car. He always like gets this little car. It's like, bro, like you're not gonna fit. Like, what are you thinking? Like he's crazy. Like
get him to pick your ass up. You guys get out here. You've only been
I'm down, bro. I was actually gonna come to Columbus this weekend, but I got a wedding to go to because I was gonna be at West Side. They're having something out there. My boy Jason from ASC, shout out to him. He deals with a lot of the West Side stuff. And I was going to come out there because I like Ohio, man. I've always liked Ohio. So, I look at you smiling. You want me to move out there with you, don't you? I'll come out there and tell what you be talking. You can be the big spoon.
He's got some bedrooms in his house.
Yeah, I got like 4 guest bedrooms. You're all right.
I'll bet. Dang, what for? You balling. I need to own me a couple pizza shops too, man. God,
trust me, that ain't Live Large. That's all pizza.
Yeah, I need to eat a pizza. I like pizza too, now.
I think the last time Nick had Live Large guests at his house, it was Dan and Josh. Didn't they barf all over your front yard, or is it just Josh?
Just Josh. Yeah, just Josh. And that was
you know who can really drink, and I will never outdrink him ever in my life. Tyler Obringer.
Yeah.
No, the table that we still use for events is still. They both signed the folding table at Fall Brawl. This was like 5 years ago at Fall Brawl, where Tyler brought like the gallon of Jack Daniels, and him and Josh finished the gallon between the two of them. We ended up going out to dinner after the meet. Josh passes out in the back of Mark and Shayna's car. Just out cold, whole car steamed up inside as he's just sweating. And then we didn't know where Tyler went. Someone saw him on like the side of the road. No one had any clue where Tyler was. We just figured he wasn't making it. So we're like, fuck it, whatever.
Right.
We're sitting down for 20 minutes. In strolls fucking Tyler out of nowhere. And so he went and pounded on the window, made sure to wake Josh up, be like, I won, motherfucker. See, I got down the back of the car.
That's Tyler for you. That is Tyler.
An entire gallon of Jack Daniels between the two of them in like half a day at the Fall Brawl.
That's my boy. Me and Tyler together are bad, man. I almost shot somebody when I was with Tyler one time. He came up in town, man, and some guy pulled up on him, and I thought he was like talking crazy to him. I'm drunk at this point too. But I'm like, bro, this is my time. Like, you're not gonna be talking to my homies like that. I'll pull up and Julius like, hey, chill out, bro. Like, cause I'm in go mode. Like I get in go mode real quick. And I was like, oh, he's just talking to him. Okay. Let me stop. Like Tyler's like, damn, like I don't know, you was a quick draw like that. I'm like, yeah. My brothers, I'm always like that, man. I'm always loyal to my guys.
Well, if you come visit, we'll keep you out of trouble.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, I've been chill, bro. I've been chill. I do want to shoot though. I'm supposed to be getting a shotgun from Julius, so like I'm waiting on these pumpkins, and everybody's gonna be getting rid of the pumpkins. I'm gonna shoot a bunch of pumpkins with this new shotgun. So that's all I gotta do, man. That's like gonna shoot stuff.
It's pumpkins, not people.
Yeah, pumpkins, not people. That's the goal.
All right, big dog. Thanks for coming on. We'll talk to you soon. We'll get you out for pizza soon. Whenever.
Yeah, we will, man. We'll make a like actual thing of it. I promise.
Yeah. No, I mean we've been talking about it for years. So in like 5 more years, we'll make it happen.
Look, when I leave work, I'm gonna call Julius. I'm gonna ask him what he's doing in a few weeks, and we'll get out there.
We'll figure it out. We'll be here.
I got you.
All right.
Do you want to give any shout outs really quick before we wrap this up?
Shout out to Live Large, man. You guys been around with me even before I signed anything, and always took care of me and always been cool with me. I appreciate you guys, man. You know, shout out to everybody that's in my corner, man. And I appreciate everybody that's been supporting me, this comeback and everything else I've been going through. So you guys gonna see some cool things here real soon, I promise.
Can't wait.
All right. See you soon, big dog.
See you, man.
You guys later.